So there, now you can actually hear me. Hey, fellow agents, this is Agent Smith, and we are going to be getting into the Penumbra series. Let's go ahead and drop the intro. Whilst I pull up the game. Hopefully it pops my video over. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Because I can't ever get anything to run proper this way. The things I need you to view, things you may not understand, you may not, but please do not make the same mistake I did. Father Howard deserted me before. I don't know why it's so large. There are things I need. Let's see. Oh, there it is. My father Howard deserted me before I was born. I could claim the loss of my mother and the letter I received after a funeral blinding me to what I had to do would be a lie. Human nature sealed my downfall. My name is Philip. If we are lucky, then by the time you receive this, I will be dead. If fate will all perish. Now hopefully. Yeah, that's way too large. Alright, I'm gonna bring this down a bit. Back, okay, back. Actually, yes. The screen size is way too fucking large. I gotta make sure I do these right. And I should probably bring up my chat. Boy, I'm not prepared today, am I? Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to jump into this stuff to get started. What's up, Velasquez? How you doing? No, I don't have anything new that's going to be going on there for a while, man. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to ever get that to you, so like I said, that one got beyond me, and there's no way I can get back to it. In fact, they gave me extra shit the other day, and there's nothing I can do about that. All right, it's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. If fate frowns, we all perish. There, I had to bring down the graphical size because for whatever reason it does not want to accept what I had on there. So, Penumbra Overture, Episode 1. This is a title that I've never actually tried and had for a very long time. No Overwatch, no life. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, they gave me one copy a while back, and chances of me getting another one anytime soon is gonna be low. So, players who are bad at action games. That's about right. Recommended. Suits most players. I'm taking it easy because I'm fucking weak. Weak, dude. My story began in February, year 2000. So I'm trying out some actual horror titles that I have because I don't have the funds to buy other stuff.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes.
Good voice acting. I love voice acting.
Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor.
Okay.
Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time.
No worries, man. Do you don't like horror games?
My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better.
The next batch of games I have will probably be up in
the university I taught
a couple of
weeks
weeks here.
Renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland.
Spooky.
It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day. And I considered in turn
you have no fear.
what it was that I was leaving behind.
I don't know. I haven't played horror games in
We
a long
landed
time,
on
so I don't know how they're going to make
Street
me
View
react, to be
quiet,
honest.
And within minutes, I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
The game to voice audio is good, yeah. And everything is this fuzzy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, maybe. Finally, we're almost docked. I better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse. Nice. And I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. So, left mouse and right mouse. Like how they did that. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm headed. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information or reminders. With P, okay. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. I can open them using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. Nice little tutorial for self-information. And of course there's nothing written in here yet. To-do list, notes. Ooh boy, we got some screen tearing. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. Virtual sync on. Back to the game. That's a little better. There we go. And now let's go ahead and throw the anti-aliasing on real quick. On. I don't usually like anti-aliasing and things like that on my stuff, but I gotta clear up the edges. Of course it has to be restarted for that. That's fine. Well, I gotta worry about it right now. Alright. I wish I had a cursor in the center of the screen. How about that? Can I have something to show me what I'm looking at? I don't have anything to show on there. Let's see. Does it have a cursor? Cursor. Show crosshairs. There we go. That makes it a little bit easier. Back to the game. That's better. Chuck stuff. Always travel with a padlock and a key, preferably mine's in the inventory. Which is under tab. There's a fucking inventory I gotta manage in this whole thing. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Oh, there we go. And it got controls like Amnesia. That's gonna be fun. Ah, some batteries to power my flashlight. And the flashlight could come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. It should be able to access it through the inventory or with the G shortcut. G. Hope I didn't just burn that off. Oh, I can't take this either? Interesting how this is all gonna work. Smash! Dearest Eric, just a quick note before I set sail and leave me once again. Before you set sail, should I say? I left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of our bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. I'm taking shifts because of it. There's no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls, of yours, and I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by in any trout. I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Oh, cool. Got added to my notes. All right. pretty odorous. I'm glad I'm getting out of here soon. I just want to eat and sleep and, well, do everything else in this one room for weeks at a time. Okay, throw that over there. I like the physics space in this game. I know it's going to come into a point of being a problem later down the line, I'm sure. Alright, cool. I have to bring up my flashlight. Okay. Okay, let's go outside. As I stepped off the boats, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and new hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So cold. Don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Let's see. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. P for my journal. Lost in a blizzard, maybe last entry if I don't find shelter. Alright, alright. Oh, my walk and run speed are so fucking the same. Physics! This game utilizes a fairly realistic physics setting. If I click and hold interact, I should just about manage to pick up that rock. Goals made me weak. Just like that. R. Oh, look at that. So I don't have to whip my head around to do it. Interesting. That's good for when I'm trying to... Oh, I need this. There we go. Come on. Oh, God. Make it difficult, why don't they? I'm gonna freeze to death before I get a chance. Thank you. There we go. Holy crap. I don't know how well I'm gonna do with this kind of a thing. I know it's a bit of a survival horror type situation. I'm not always very good at these, so we'll see how it goes. There's like 3 of these games in this series. We'll try them all. Hopefully they'll all work together. What was that about a cheeseburger? Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although, looking around, maybe I didn't. Ooh, those gotta take a little less time. I am a slow reader. Rushing items and personal notes. Nope, nope, nope. None of that. Alright. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Metal rod. Got my own steel rod. And flares. Heavy looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside. Can I use the rod on it? Put that at number 1. Nope. Never mind. Can I inventory things to myself? No, I sure can't. Okay. Stuck. There must be something in the way. It's 24-hour rations pack. Long past its sell-by date. Well, dang it. I was hoping I could use that. Got a hammer. Hammer's seen as much action in its days. Let's see. I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold right mouse button after a backswing, I should still be able to look around. All right. So that is my weapon. All right. Manufacturer way out of here, not. I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to put this in my inventory. Woo, okay. That'll work. And I gotta put it away to use stuff. Great, okay. Limiting. Yes, do I find things from this? I am so gonna get my ass handed to me in any kind of combat that comes up from this. Okay, those metal crates aren't going anywhere. Oh, look at this. This hole's been boarded up a long time ago. The wood looks pretty soft now. There's a metal shelf. Can I move it? There we go. Let's full body weight on that thing. Ooh, I got a crouch meter. All right. Why did I start freaking out from that? Does my guy have a problem with small dark spaces? Oh, son of a bitch. There's a room here. This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center and no way to operate it. Okay. Now I have access to open the door whenever I need to. Great, that works out nicely. Hey, there's a note back here. Oh, just emergency exit procedures. Look, if it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Should have known the rest of the old ladder wouldn't hold my weight. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. So far, busted up boxes and stuff like that has done nothing of use to me. Except help me find that. So I'll just retract my statement now. I'm sure it was hidden and not actually what I was looking for, but that's alright. Holy fuck me, what the fuck is that? Just gonna roll that on over the top of this thing. This hatch is seriously solid, it won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. Fuck that noise, man. Can I climb up into this? Probably can. There we go. I do like that. This physics system works nicely. I don't really think it's a good idea to go any lower. And I'm kind of freaked out about what possibly could be underneath this thing. Whatever it is. Has definitely... Oh, this is the room I was in. Oh, thank goodness. Wait a minute. If that was the room I was in before... No. This was the room I was in before. Oh, it's a fucking circle. Okay. It just goes around. Around in a freaking loop. That's a good way to confuse the shit out of people. Yeah, sure enough. let's block this door in so nothing can get through. Because this guy here is already fucking paranoid. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to work that thing. I do have a bar. A crowbar might make the difference. Yeah, no matter which way I go, it's gonna be around in a circle. Alright, this is gonna get real fucking confusing for me. I'm not at best with these kind of things. Oh, banged on this. I bet if I use my my items here. Let's put this in. There we go. Stick it in a crank. Oh, jeez. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. Is there a save feature to this? Whatever I was descending into was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I feel like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teacher, so they were too scared, or they were all too scared or too far away. I'm very bad at reading. I jotted down a note just in case. Yeah. I feel like I made this a little bit too bright. Inches of the cave was caved in. Oh, there we go. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses. If anyone or anything hears me, I'm best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because the blue tint of my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something is right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. Well, then I'll just crouch my ass back down. I'm also going to have to turn the brightness down off on this. I've turned the gamma way up, and I don't think I needed it that high. Boop, 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 boop. Back to the game. That's better. At least feels like it's dark. Not as heavy as it looks. It still could serve as some form of weapon if I had to defend myself. Barrel? Barrel ain't gonna do shit. Are you serious? Like that, I'd be virtually invisible. After some time, I should be able to get my night vision going on. Got my night vision on. Oh, here we go. I need to, like, actually plot this map for myself. My location. You can see better like this. My location is right here, and the exit's from behind me. We've got offices, a storage space, explosives. So if I stay along the left wall, I should find an office, or the right wall for a storage. Let's make an attempt. Oh, there's actually a listing right there. I keep thinking I'm like looking at a menu or something. Really wish I could take that with me. Something was banging on the fucking door when I came into this place, so... This place must be old if they were still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. But I don't have the thing to light it. Storage room's that way. Office is back around this corner. Large wooden box. Large wooden rocks. Just kidding. Heavy, but if I could lift it. Could do lots of damage to anything underneath it. This guy is literally trying to find a way to survive with the every comment I do being something like that. Into the offices. So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. What is this? Is that light? Light. I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me. But even if I could reach that grate, it looks built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. Even if I stack enough stuff up. This typewriter dates back to even further than the war, made in Germany in 1923. I'll just leave it there. Oh, what's this? Beef jerky, not without aroma. Okay. At least I'm finding food in here. I guess I'll put it in my inventory. These are quick uses, so I don't need those. Old aged file cabinet. Let's see if there's anything of value in these. More beef jerky. Check, check. What's this? Well, I prefer a first aid kit, but at least if I'm injured, I can grin and bear it. Painkillers. Alright. I was like, what does he mean by that? Okay. More papers. A storage chest. For storing valuables, still need a key. It's locked. I need a key. A little bit. What about this one? Okay. I want to see if I can see inside them. No. There's nothing. A bottle of Baxtrin might come in handy. There's a military report dated 1945. 15 August 1945, Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu, Weekly Report. Another unremarkable weekend in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received, standard emergency drills carried out, routine runway maintenance completed. I've ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Haven't? Okay. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the restore room, and I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in a chest in my office and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. So that should be what's inside that box, then. All right. Where was I? Medical care. There we go. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if the war could end and we might not even hear about it out here. Supply requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states that we should have full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. Yeah, I had to use a rock. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7 Charlie. An order for myself. My glasses are in rather a poor state of repair and could do with some replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified for potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. That long to my stuffs. What you got in the drawers? More stuff. Hey, there's a key. Ching ching. Copenhagen Post article. The Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th August, 1930. And 5 years later. How long were these people down here? Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of the death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sown into the rock may be cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking in account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high. At 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the early stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that the natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanations. Inuit spirits, known as Turngeite, live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing study. Continues. And this one, and this one. No, okay. Get out of here with that chair. I don't want to touch that thing. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to World War II. I suppose this mine was converted to some kind of a bunker. Check these out real quick before I go forward too. We got a storage facility on the other end of this place, which I'm gonna have to check into. More batteries. How many batteries do I need for this thing? It's an old artifact. I'm gonna touch it. It's a big mistake. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still, I know. This man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if this was such a good idea. I agree. Can I touch it again? Now voices are added. Okay, nope. I may never get used to that. I can't take it with me? Can't take it with me. Hopefully that's like a save feature. Because I need to exit real quick so I can get this anti-aliasing going. Yes, I want to quit, and then I'm coming back in. Give me a few seconds here. I've also got to figure out how to fix some of my stuff. And right, there we go. Should be easier. Sorry for the close off for a second there, but I needed to make sure I get the stuff looking good. I think that is what it is. Save points. Sweet. Cool. Some anti-aliasing will clean up the edges. Just a minor amount. I don't want enough to slow down the gameplay because it's already going to fiddle with me enough. So, alright, let's head back out. Now, if I shoot straight across, I should simply find a storage. So, oh wait, I had a chest to go in there. I'm going to go back in there. I almost forgot about that. Turn around. Go back. I think that loaded quick. I've got a key. There we go. And another journal. Some kind of chemist tome full of explosive recipes. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition, Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The Black Match Fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always due concern is advised. Materials required, string, preferably cotton, the black gunpowder, and Baxtrin, which I do have some Baxtrin or Boxtrin. The string should be coated with a thin layer of Baxtrin, which acts as adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. We also have information for dynamite. Invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition, and is proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin. provided that it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite supposedly made safe by the presence of diatomaceous earth. Let the whole words sink in. Has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosive liable to detonate on contact. Yeah, that is a problem with TNT. They need 1 part diatomaceous earth, 3 parts nitroglycerin, of course, and a small amount of sodium carbonate. This text is unreadable, then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. Great, so I can't even read it all. 2.3 Trinitrotoluene, or TNT. Trinitrotoluene. Toluene? Anyway, TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode in a lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes would be detonated inside a ship's armor, rather than exploding on contact as did other shells. That's actually good information. Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as a death mix. It's incredibly volatile, its incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. But if you want to make some, red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Solver can substitute for some or all the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Well, I have an explosives cookbook. That's a good thing, I guess. Alright, now let's get back out there. I'm assuming a lot of the stuff I can find is in storage, so... Yo, what was that? The fuck is that? Can't just wait here. Whatever's around the corner, I need to hide. Oh, I can lean? Oh, it's a dog. Jesus, never been so scared in my life. I feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. Okay. So I need to be concerned. I need to be concerned for whether I can see it or not. Going back. I don't know which way this thing intends to move, but if he moves out of my way, I'll be able to pass by. Straight across should be the storage room. Stay down and stay quiet for the most part. Just don't bump into shit. You know, matches would be useful too. If I stay along this wall, the workshop should be along this right wall if I remember correctly. I didn't exactly memorize the whole entire map. Just enough to get to these two locations off the bat. Thank goodness there's enough crates and shit around. Unless everything's changed, this should be the storage room. It's only a dog. I'm fine with a dog. Although a hammer's probably not enough to deal with it. I can save if I have the opportunity here. The fuck is that scurrying? sweet Jesus. There's something in here with me. The crude representation of scorched writing spider. There we go, I was trying to get that. It's a lighter, it wasn't empty. Be handy to have. So I need to fill it. Spiders equal sadness. Alright. Work of either a child or a deranged mind. Gas equals death. Something with 3 balls minus equals a ladder. A ladder to a higher location. Are they telling me there's a ladder in here? Spiders equal sadness or death, I'm assuming. I think there's spiders. Alright. Okay. Take these balls out. And set them down carefully. It said balls could be used as a ladder. A ladder to what? Oh, a ladder over? Like to look over? Oh, yeah. That's useful. I guess to know where these things are. Or the whatever I'm hearing scurrying around, because there's apparently spiders in here. And that's more pain relievers and batteries. And another safe spot, because I'm taking that shit. It was different but the same that time, like I had more control, but over what? Can I push this through to other rooms? Moreover, what is this? What are those? Oh, you gonna let me lift it? Thank you. Well, I saved, so hopefully it's not a mistake. Nope, we're fine. I think my guy is claustrophobic. Boxes, in general. Could use these to throw at something if I need to. Spider webs, of course. Christ, was that a spider? I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders either, brother. Oh, why are you flashing? Hopefully that blocks the transgress of anything. Oh shit, what did I do that for? There's a ladder down here. Get off of the ladder so I can move it. There we go. Is that gonna be my way back and forth to get up? Drag this back to the entrance way I was at so I can put a ladder up on here. I'm guessing that's my only way back and forth. Can I hook it? There we go. As needed. It looks as if this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? I don't know. I don't really see the markings. I smell the brown in my pants. The spider went this way. And that spider is definitely stronger than the dogs. A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would be awful. Fuck you, spider. Is that gas down there? It's like going in portions, like it's breathing. Flare. I know it's a flare. Oh yeah. Dried and dusty old bags. Okay. Some sort of diary entry. Day 1. I begin this record still in the hopes that a great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value. Despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous, my aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager I've seen meager spelled R-E before, but anyway, food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I find or I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted today that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I could only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of the rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I've left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid. I have found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Great, confused, but focused. I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest in me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injured my ankle in process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading into a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Of course, everybody's carrying all the keys. Within that area I discovered the storeroom. I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learnt. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. I agree with you, buddy. Not the large ones in games, because they're way more aggressive in these than they are in real life. I suppose, in America anyway. Aggressive spiders, I suppose, anywhere else could be. Anyway, day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the day after that last one. Today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By a lucky coincidence, this revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom in the name of science to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Spiders could be food, or at least they were for him. Day 50. For 4 days now, I have been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died and I made a second life-saving finding. Creature's natural habitat is dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather hearty meal. Really? Still feel like my game is too bright. Let me bring it down to the original. I feel that's right. I'm still gonna beat these fuckers down if they come near me. Fuck you, spiders. This steam could blister flesh from bone in an instant, I know. I've seen it happen. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. Which puts me full circle. Whatever this spider is definitely not trying to get to me, so... I've got a ladder in and out of here. I'll come back to that. I'm not gonna futz with the well, I could use... I don't know. I could probably block the steam somehow, but let me go see if there's a valve or something like that. Okay. This is also a good opportunity to save, because there's still something around here. I may never get used to that. Probably not, buddy. Now, can I move this into that room? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Put you in the corner. All the noise. This one's locked. This one definitely has something behind it I don't want to know about. Locked from the other side. Does that mean there's someone there in there? I can hear chattering, thank God. Maybe it's somebody, blah blah blah. I've jotted down a note just in case. Thank goodness he does that. It's a locked door with odd noises coming from behind it in the storage. Thank you, good sir. Alright, so I'm gonna have to figure a better way. I can't see over the top on those. I'm gonna have to find a way to get through here. Flashlight does make it a bit easier to see. Oh, that look like something I could get into? Done it. Whatever it is, I can't reach it. See it, though. Implication that spiders could probably still come through here. It's more than likely what it is. I'll see if I could utilize this to my advantage. Okay, so I just need to be quick through them. This steam is everywhere. It's like another dead-end pair of boots. If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I'd say this looks like eggshells. Very large spider eggshells. It's another piece of diary further in. Day 71. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I'm concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach, which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may cause psychotropic or even lethal. Become lethal, should I say. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. 1, I have no source of light. 2, I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. And 3, spiders are so tasty. Day 100. Holy jeez, man. From the marks I have been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scratch, Today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past months, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in numbers and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at the rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the floors, or in the walls, should I say. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails and I am never recovered, I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventors. He's still worried about getting killed by these things. I'm gonna grab this box so I remember which way I came from. That is the way I came from. Fuck me. Got some kind of cage here. You know, for all the spiders I hear, not a single one popped out. I know I've got this on an easier difficulty, so I shouldn't see too much crazy shit, but... Finally. This must be all that's left of the basement storage. That lock looks rather worse for wear. Perfect. Figured it would be. Push this shut. And... we're just gonna go ahead and put a box or two in front of it. For my paranoia. That's better. Let's see. Lighter fluid. Aha, awesome. Can I use those together? That should fire up now. Now I can light lanterns in this place. If I ever see another one again. Can't see anything as it is, so... Food rations. Hospital gray. Oh yeah, getting fancy up in here. Some more batteries. Is there anything behind all this? Nothing. Well, that's kind of useful. Cats are fighting in here, creeping me out. Righty-tighty, buddy, righty-tighty. I remember I needed that for something. Alright. Theoretically, this should be an easy walk back with very little to do because the spiders were not around. Realistically, this is not going to be that simple. Was there even a trapdoor in here? Almost left here without fully checking my space. Realistically, this is going to be a lot harder than that. At least I turned the vents off. That way was a dead end. That's the way I came from. And this heads back out. Slow bitch. The fuck is that? Is that those dogs? I don't know if I want to look, but I can. Whatever it is literally standing right above me. I think someone's been dragged through here. Never seen so much blood before in my life. That was my best chance. put some distance between me and whatever that was. I don't know. My best chance to hit that save button. You know, I don't actually have a guide to how long I've been doing all this. Now that I think about it. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, I'm pulling you away from this when I do that. But boop-a-doop and boop-a-doop. Stop! Why does it overlay them? Oh, that's so frustrating. Alright, an hour. Alright. That's fine. It overlaps the images. I don't see blood anywhere, bro. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Well, whatever it was went that direction. So I'm not. No, whatever it was went this direction. It went into the tunnel. This hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I'd go anywhere near it. Even if it was. I'm burrowed out of this tunnel. Burrowed in through the tunnel, for that matter. Oh, I wish I could pull these. Let's just open this shelf. Come here for your drawer. Beef jerky. That door is shut as I can. Follow suit with where it went. Something's gonna get busted in the face. Somebody was here, that's for sure. Key. What was locked before? Pencils. Notes. Day 200. It's been some time since I've recorded any findings in relation to the spiders, with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secure myself within one of the smaller rooms above it. The only one with an operational door lock, which is that one. The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthesia or anesthetics. Even if I did have any anesthetics or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job as well. The procedure itself was elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that I had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. This guy turned himself into a spider nearly, and that's probably what the fuck's roaming around here, making messages once every 100 days. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I originally was fleeing seems to a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mine system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I still hear my aggressive little friend scratching on the door to my cell. I can't even get under a desk. Why did I light this room? Years and years of reports, logs, and files just left here to gather dust. It's probably a century of life and death right here at my feet. Tongue minus mouth plus scissors. Oh, is this guy's tongue? Looks like an internal organ, maybe an animal tongue. Oh, it's a human tongue, buddy. And it's one of these creatures. Largest spider I've ever seen. Its guts carved open. This guy only did this a few hundred days ago. And most of these rooms, they could easily crawl over the top. I thought that was a latch or an opening or something. It doesn't look like it. I can hear it scurrying. Scratching inside the wall. No. Whatever it was in that big tunnel, like you said, is too small for a man. Over the door. Oh, okay. Push open. Did I check in this drawer? I think I did. There's some meat. Yeah, whatever was in there. That's definitely the spiders burrowing back and forth. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because this place creeps me out, but I got a key. I'm not exactly sure what, and I don't even know if I remember exactly how I got around in the last place, so hopefully I can find my way out. Alright. So I know staying to the left. I wonder if this helps me or screws me. I've darkened the game enough to keep the ambiance about right. Oh, Jesus, I know there's still another one of these things walking around here somewhere. If I stay to the left, I get back to the main entrance where I can have the map again to get some kind of idea of where I'm going. Okay. So back of that's the storage. There's explosives along the left end of this place. If I stay to the left as far as I can, and a workshop to the far right, and then I move along the back wall to get to the northern area. I don't know why I keep hitting escape, because the game doesn't freaking pause when I look at this kind of stuff. So we'll try to work our way through. Hopefully lighting these things will help me and not screw me, and I'll stay to the left up through the center. Get to the explosives. Are they seriously hidden just then? Okay, this is the wraparound. I went straight through. This must be the section that's closed off. Workshop and storage area. I think. Here's another map. Really don't hope I'm not screwing myself lighting all these things so I can see. So if I go through... Oh, I'm gonna go through. Fuck me. Shut that shit off. What did I write? Entrance cave is caved in. Must be another way out. I knew that one. I found a locked door in the middle of the mine. Okay, that should apply to the key I have. Yes, it does. Now, is it any safer in here? I highly doubt it. good idea to block the door. Yeah, I agree with you if that dog creature is back there. Of course, if I block myself in, I'm gonna be just as screwed. Oh, fuck my ass. I didn't block the door fast enough. Wow. Bitch. Did it run? Yeah, motherfucker. Fucking dog die. That hurt a bit. Too. Can I eat these to heal myself? Oh no. How do I deal with healing myself? Okay. Is it pain relievers? Nope. I don't want to mix them together. That's what that's for. Then I need these too. There we go. That's better. Beat him down, oh. Beat him down, yeah, oh. Yeah, I totally suck at blocking doors, as you can see. To the workshop. And explosives. Explosives to the left, workshop to the right. I'm gonna shut off. Oh shit, this is even better. Thank you. This belongs over by the explosives. No reaction. Okay. I can take this with me? Fucking sweet. But I can close that one off. Nice. Probably not a good idea to bring that near the TNT, though. This old cement mixer has seen better days. Oh, I bet I'm going to use this for the cave-in. I'm going to take this with me. But I'll probably have to make the explosives I would need to put this into the north cave to get out of here. Yep, sure enough. Set this here for now. Take a look at this note. I love my workshop. It's too great a hunt. It is too great a hunting ground for to let others gorge their faces. Oh, that's a code. To let others gorge their faces. 1, 2, 1. Cannot help feel for those without such a delicate mousy morsels on which to munch. For red ate ravenously of their flesh today, and shall continue to do so. This is possible thanks solely to the button pad I installed in the door, and yet Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. So 8, 4, 1, 2. So theoretically, he's telling me to take those numbers. I wonder, you know, I would have probably dismissed that before. The shaft's cave is the shaft's caved in here. Should I have could have happened years ago. I shouldn't be risking my life like this. The whole facility could come down around me still. If I want to press on, I'll have to clear this obstruction somehow. There must be something left here that I could use. Maybe there's still some industrial explosives lying around. Oh, there's this. There is this. Oh, there it goes. It shoved itself in the hole. Wow. Could have been used for mining operations. Needs a fuse. Found a keg of explosives, but without a fuse, I'll blow myself up trying to blast this exit. So, if we cut straight across, we should get to the workshop or something. I seriously hope I don't have to survive all up in this. Ooh, just a second, y'all. Caden! Unmute my mic. Sitting here meowing at me this whole time. Like, can I kick a little something for the cheese? I'm hoping nothing larger than those wolves go by. Those actually weren't too bad. I could deal with them for the most part. If I could get something a little bigger than a freaking hammer, we'd probably have a better chance. The fact that there's still all these cases everywhere heavily indicates that I'm going to be doing a lot more hiding in here. Unless that wolf was supposed to be the one that I had to worry about. Making myself sick to my stomach. This is going to be for the workshop, so hopefully everything I need, all the rest of the stuff. I got the Baxitrin, and I don't think there's anything else I missed. Alright, so it was backwards. Should be 8, 4, 1, 2. Boom. And torn, yet the edge is sharp to the touch. Oh, Jesus. These look like they've been seen some use in their time. Can't have been much fun working down here. In fact, I must have been pretty god-awful. Oh, my guy is like tripping balls right now for this place. That is not good. Brilliant. One step closer to setting explosives. Without losing vital body parts. Oh, I guess this was something I needed. I didn't even read it. Guess I shot a rat at first. Save for safety. These must be tied into what's going on here. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful or have a heart attack. Or just save the game. There's more spiders in here. God, more spider webs. Hope that hole was there before the spiders and not the other way around. Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. What the fuck is this? Electrified fence. It's been put up recently. I'm gonna find a way to get over. Well, that's not gonna help it. It's a serious state. It's in a serious state. Did the railing come off through despair, or was it ripped off? Again, I don't really want to know. take this box. That might help me get over the electric fence. Maybe a few other items. Barrel? Nope. At least I could crouch jump. That's actually pretty cool. Ooh, yes. This will help me get over it. I'm just gonna horribly pull it through, but that'll work. Push it that way. Will that work? Oh, could you please fall like a normal freaking object? Thank you. Jeez. Oh, that's still not high enough. We're gonna have to fiddle with this a little bit more. I might need a few of those wood 2x4s, as well as a few more boxes to figure out a good way to cross over this. I could probably turn that off. Let's take this. We could stack these and I could climb across them somehow or another. Oh. Might be able to bring it up like that. Oh, lordy. You know, this wood plank thing is a good idea. This physics thing works out nicely. But only if it works out nicely. Get over there. Alright. Alright, now let's get up on this. Bring it up and over. Thusly. Alright. Now if I can jump up on this one. That totally didn't work. Oh, I made it through either way. I'm not completely dead. Oh, thank you. No, take that off. No more fucking electricity for you. This battery probably goes somewhere though. Use these boxes to help me to get back up. Yes, just like that. Now I can hop over whenever I need to. Okay. Of course you're fucking locked. Everything is locked. What was I thinking? I think I might have found the explosive storage, in which case I need to somehow break down the locked door. Okay. Son of a bitch. Just let me in. Alright. I should keep going this direction. Taking flares as I find them. Oh, a shortcut. What was that? I heard a noise. Alright, let's go check out the rest of this place, but I need a key or something to bust down that door. This workshop space, or whatever this is definitely a lot bigger than I was expecting. Did that just happen? Looks like the hole is at least 3 feet below the surface. The light's being refracted through the ice. Only 3 feet of ice? I'm good to go. Looks ancient. So old I don't even know what it would have been used for. All the things that you'll need to be a successful carpenter. Could just be a piece of ice reflecting the light, or more likely my imagination, but something's definitely catching my eye under these rocks. I agree. Alright, is that a pick? Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Put that as my weapon. Pickaxe? Oh, yeah. That's better. Alright. Should have come and got that first, but paranoia. Paranoia's a bitch, y'all. I'm hoping to move through the next area to the next area in this video. Yeah, that wasn't a lot of noise or danger. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nothing practical in here. Or in that spot anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna swing at that. More meds. Instead, I'll do it the normal way. On stick dynamite. That's exactly what I needed. And since the spiders have still not shown up, and I'm hoping to keep it that way, because like I said, I'm running this on an easier difficulty, so I don't have too much craziness happening. But my paranoia still has me checking every corner and making sure, because I don't trust that things aren't going to start getting fucking ramped up in difficulty out of nowhere. But theoretically, I can move back across this whole entire place quiet and safely from the dog that I've dealt with. There should be nothing to worry about as I go and set these fuses and blow this fucking wall up and move forward. It's like a puzzle room, a gigantic puzzle room with a stealth element to it all. Yeah, rocks, okay. I think that I did everything I needed. I feel like I need a wire, but that's alright. Tabbed. 4. Oh shit. Did that clear it? Son of a bitch. Load back the last space I had. Load. I don't think I was supposed to blow it up like that. Alright. Do I still have that? No, but I got my pickaxe so I can run in there and get that real quick. It's nice and safe to do. Thankfully, because there's nothing I've seen happen in these particular moments yet. Oop. Alright. That. And I think that's it. The rest are just little grenades and things like that, which apparently are of no use to me. Batteries apparently of no use to me. So now I just need to figure out, I should have saved again. But now I should be able to figure out where I can get some wire. Because I think I've got everything I need. Soak the backstrin so the gunpowder should stick, or rather, I really pray the gunpowder sticks. Don't mix it with that. I don't have gunpowder. I think that's what I'm missing. Crumbling cement. Oh, Jesus Christ, the wood scared that shit out of me. That was unnecessary. I pressed the wrong button. I am missing gunpowder still? I'm not sure. There doesn't seem to be any other concern around here. What if I put this here? And then I soak string to be proper fuel. Okay, so it's still in my thing. Okay. Where did I see gunpowder? That's the question. Explosives down there, workshop over there, storage in one place, and office in the other. Oh, geez, okay. As I've searched around and I must have passed over it. Nope, 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 nope.
I'm trying to see if I can find something to help me find where the hell this is. Because I can't seem to find the gunpowder. So I'm taking a quick look because I thought I knew, but apparently I don't. Torch batteries, all of that stuff. Lighter fluid, I got all of that. Where the fuck is the gunpowder? Just tell me where the gunpowder is. That's all I want to know. Alright. It's in the same space that I was in. I was fucking blind, apparently. I'm an idiot. Apparently, I walked right next to it. Didn't realize. Apparently, this is a perfect gunpowder keg. I'm an idiot. There we go. Dry gunpowder, that's all I needed. Jeez Louise. I'll make this freaking difficult to get the steps together. Like, I know exactly what I'm trying to do, right? With any luck, one fuse ready to go. It is unbelievable. This is the first fuse I've ever heard. Might have to darken this game a little bit more. It still feels like it's too bright. I feel like I shouldn't be able to see shit out of the corner of my eyes. Options. Graphics. 1, 2, 3. That's more like it. That's what's supposed to be creepy. Now turn off my flashlight. And I could see in the dark, but just barely. That's more appropriate. Now 3 is a little too much, so I'm just going to bring it back up. That'll work. And we'll be set. Take a 2, maybe 1 notch down. There we go. 2 notches. Sorry to fiddle with all this stuff. I should have all these things ready, but I don't know. It's just back to the game. That's more like it. It keeps it creepy. But turn off my flashlight, I can't see. Just little details. Things that should catch my attention. That works. Put your weapon away. Save the game real quick. And then crawl my way to where I'm going, where my night vision allows me to see just a slight bit better. What I had before was way too much bright light allowing me to see everything. So now at this, I can't quite see what's going on. But if I put these torches up, now I can. Just enough. Try to light them as I go. Now I actually need them. It's kind of nice though. It makes it a little bit more realistic. I had it before. It was extremely bright. Okay. Put the fuse in there. There we go. Now the fuse sorted. 1 spark, and this thing should go up a treat. Just hope it doesn't take it with me. Alright, so. whatever was hidden back here, probably not good, but that's alright. It's not much of an opening, but it'll have to do. Potholing was always terrifying to me. When I look back, I can't think what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance. It's still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kick-starting the chain of events that led me to end up here, writing to you. I just hope, once you understand my story, you'll have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. Alright. The darkness makes it creepy to the max. What the fuck is this? Why are there storage doors? Huge storage containers. I ain't going back that way. Am I out lot of batteries? Getting low on batteries. Holy shit, alright. If we stay low, I can actually see everything though. Well, this is a deeper facility for sure. Night vision is sick. I do like that. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna push this too far yet though. I believe that this auto saved itself to where I am. Auto saves. There we go. Lead shafts. Perfect. To where I am right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and hold off here. Hopefully I didn't lose my progress, and if I did, then I'll blow this thing away and I'll go back in again. But I hope you guys have been enjoying this. It's probably not quite as long as I normally do, but I was having trouble, like I said, trying to get everything settled and worked right. So, I'm expecting it to creep out a bit more. I'm not very good at doing the scare stuff. I think the dog made me jump for a little bit, so either way, hope you guys are enjoying this. If you're interested in continuing to watch these, I'll keep doing them. I've got try to do this about 5 days a week, so we should be getting through Overture quick, and there's 2 more that came. I think Black Plague and Requiem are the other 2 for this series. Very similar to the Amnesia series, different style to it. So I might even get into those at some point or another. I also should do Outlast 1, so I got quite a few options I can choose from. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.